Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Before this video starts, I want to dedicate this video to my mother since by the time this video goes live, it's her birthday, and since this is one of her favorite movies, I wanted to make a video just for her. With that out of the way, hope you enjoyed the video.
Eat credits.
Look guys, he says something completely random, like usual.
Share true love's kiss.
F***ing true love is the biggest lie the movie's ever sold you. True love does not happen on sight or from a kiss or because someone paid you $1 million to sleep with your wife. It happens through hard f***ing work. And I'm tired of fairy tales selling the lie that is easy.
Firstly, why are you talking about sex when sinning a family movie? Secondly, like what you said, this is a fairy tale parody. Of course it's going to be easy.
Have to have lips.
Yes, Discount Bambi. Without lips, there are at least 3 things he won't be able to do that I was really looking forward to. Wait, I just thought of another.
Okay, again, that's gross. Stop it.
She's singing about true love and says that's the reason we need lips so much, for lips are the only things that touch. And let's just say I'm reasonably sure this girl is a virgin.
Okay, this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna send Jeremy making a sexual innuendo, so here, have this many cents.
This entire song's message is find who you love through true love's kiss, and it feels kind of messed up. Like, are we supposed to just go around kissing people?
No one's saying to go up and start kissing people. Where are you getting that from? Like I said before, this is a fairy tale parody, and most fairy tales, usually a princess kisses a prince.
Not understand weight. This gag only works when the heavy person lets go and the lightweight person is still holding on. Go back to school, movie.
I mean, yeah, but you keep forgetting this is a fictional movie, so school logic doesn't work here. And secondly, Jeremy doesn't understand cartoon logic.
Also, she says, oh my gosh, instead of ow, my f***ing tailbone.
You do realize this is a family film, meaning you wouldn't really hear those words in these kinds of movies.
Where did you send her?
To a place where there are no happily ever afters.
So animated characters know about our world? Do they know they're animated? Or in a movie? Is it possible Jasmine knows I exist? I mean, just as one example.
What does the movie Aladdin have to do anything with this movie? You know what? Time to give some sins.
Look, I know it's New York City where weird shit happens all the time, but even in New York City, people would be wigging out about a goddamn princess emerging from the sewer in the middle of Times Square.
Okay, but that doesn't happen in this movie, so this is not a sin.
This 6-year-old gets out of a car in New York City because she sees someone on a billboard in a princess dress. That's it. That's the reason. This is a very naughty child.
Well, kids are curious all the time, and secondly, I wouldn't consider her as naughty in this scene.
Possibly a very negligent father who has yet to teach the dangers of New York City streets to his daughter.
He wasn't negligent to his kid since he did run after her to try to stop her before he noticed Giselle on the billboard.
Not sure if you saw that, but one strike of lightning was supposed to convince us that he absolutely had to take her into his home instead of one of many other options that would probably seem more appropriate, and, viewer, I remain unconvinced.
I mean, based on Giselle's story that she told both Morgan and Robert, she clearly didn't have anywhere to go, so based on the context, Robert and Morgan likely allowed her to stay for a while till she can go back home. It's not hard to understand.
She can't fit the dress through this huge doorway, even though she fit it through the manhole and the subway doors and climbed a f***ing ladder.
Yeah, because assuming the subway doors are wide enough so her dress wouldn't be an issue, and since the manhole's a circle, that wouldn't be an issue either. Plus, women can climb with the dress on. What are you getting at?
Clear on what's happening here, he's calling a car for her, stares at her while she's sleeping, has some sort of thought or realization, and decides to let her stay the night.
Jeremy pointing things on the screen.
The chipmunk can't speak English after going through the portal, and that is really f***ing arbitrary. All the cartoons that come through here become real versions of their cartoon selves, but f***ing language shouldn't have anything to do with it.
I mean, not really. Before the portal, they were in a fantasy land where the animals can speak fluent English, but since Pip went through the portal and landed in New York, makes sense why he can't talk anymore. What's your point?
Why are these the only animals in New York that came? Where are stray dogs, cats, police horses, ants, snakes, sewer gators? Gondor has called for aid. Rohan must answer!
If these are the animals that came, then that's what came in. End of story.
I humbly submit that no type of soap or cleaner would be sufficient if it's applied by literal rats' asses.
That's not even the rat's rear end. That's just their tails. Jeremy, are you okay?
What is it?
Come, you have to come see.
What is it?
Man, a kid version of the you better come take a look at this cliche is somehow even more annoying.
Okay, that's just your opinion. Doesn't mean other people besides you find it annoying.
Oh, I hope you had nice dreams.
That's great. Can you turn off the faucet and stop wasting water?
Well, if you waited a few seconds, they do turn off the faucet, so how is this a sin?
You made a dress out of my curtains?
This is an absolute party foul that Giselle should easily know about. You don't cut other people's curtains in cartoon land just to make a dress, do you?
Well, like you said, she was from a fantasy land, and plus, similar to Rapunzel from Tangled, she probably didn't talk to a lot of people since they both were in towers, so how'd you expect Giselle to know better to not cut the curtain for a dress? Pay attention.
Is to shoot in Times Square, where huge ads for old Broadway shows like Hairspray and The Wedding Singer will stand out like sore thumbs.
Okay, and this is Times Square in New York. There are a ton of advertisements on the buildings.
You cannot just put a chef's hat on and go about inspecting dishes in a restaurant this nice. At an Applebee's, yes. At a fine dining spot, no.
Okay, I may not know much working from kitchens, but from what I do know, you do realize in fine dining restaurants like the one shown usually keeps their pots and pans clean. You expect them to be dirty?
Being this entertained by
I mean, people can be entertained by anything. Plus, what's wrong with fish?
nightmare slinky bull. I swear to God, if this stilt-wearing motherfucker tried to hug me, he'd get body checked into that f***ing pond over there.
Okay, but how is this wrong with this movie? Feels like you're padding the sin count for no reason.
Magical steel drum band appears and already knows the song. It's sickening.
He's just singing along with her. Doesn't mean he knows the lyrics, or at least all of them.
I swear I wasn't going to keep bringing this up, but this movie is taunting me. Random strangers with identical flowers, prepared matching dance moves, orchestral accompaniment, songs that continue straight into the chorus despite completely changing environments. Damn it, movie! Is this the real world or not?
It is the real world. My guy, they're moving around the park. Do you expect them to be in one spot?
Restaurant for at least a minute already, and why is everyone pretending this uncut, untouched pizza doesn't exist? Guys, there's a pizza at the table. Eat the f***ing...
No one's saying it doesn't exist. They're talking to each other and doing some magic tricks. Pay attention.
You cannot throw a pizza on a pizza tray like it's a frisbee and have that travel together without the pizza and the tray separating
If the movie says that he can, then he can.
See, she's cut up another non-clothing piece of fabric to make a dress, and he smiles. He smiles! Fucking hell, dude, she is ruining your Parkside apartment one dress at a time.
I mean, yeah, but the difference between this time and the last time that Giselle did the same thing with the curtain is because Robert warmed up to her. Are you paying attention?
I'm gonna really miss her.
Oh, for f***'s sake, you knew her for one day, little girl, and she brought rats into your house on purpose.
No. Giselle knew Robert and Morgan for a few days, so are you telling me you haven't noticed the amount of time went by since they first met?
I have something better than a fairy godmother.
Where is the dad right now? How did Giselle get inside the apartment? We cut straight from here to shopping, and I still have questions.
Likely working. You do realize he's a divorce attorney, right?
All in love while dancing, I have to point out that this movie had her reject the prince because one day isn't enough time to know who your true love is, but then after knowing Patrick Dempsey for one day, she knew she loved him enough to leave the prince for. My point.
My guy, of course she's gonna fall for him. She spent so much time with Robert way longer than Prince Edward, and like what the Birdman said in his Cars video, you expect them to say more stuff to prove they like each other? The sin total is 580 cents, and closing statement is Jeremy doesn't know anything about fairy tales. Thank you for watching.